Let's analyze Li Changkun, national champion of Shuaijiao. His opponent Ren Tailai also has gold in Shuaijiao and BJJ with extensive judo experience as well. Xiaoren drags Kunge in order to attempt a huotui, but decides to make it a single leg. He tries to trap the leg in his groin, but Kunge's leg immediately swivels back outside. Notice how he hops to Xiaoren's outside while putting all his weight on top of him. Xiaoren tries to respond to the single leg being stifled with a Shoubie variation, but Kunge's weight is still on top of him, and his long leg pivots back inside. Just in time for a textbook huotui. Up next is a perfectly timed foot sweep. Earlier we saw a textbook huotui, but what we're going to see now is huoshou, which is the backhand version of it. Kunge immediately recovers. Notice how his right hand prepares just before turning his body for the biezi to ning Xiaoren's grip off. Focus on that right hand. Kunge has a better grip with his left, and he will take a gaibu cover step for the attack. Now notice how Kunge immediately drops his right hand to position on the center belt to push Xiaoren while maintaining his left grip. Xiaoren manages to catch bounce but is out of bounds, so it is Kunge's win. Xiaoren crouches while single-legging Kunge, and he jokingly asks him, "Let's see how you'll throw me from here." But Kunge has humor in his reply as well. Kunge does a bianlian, or turn of the face, to coil for the explosive movement forward. Here Kunge will prepare for a kick that misses by what appears to be a wiggling motion of the hips. The explosive pivot is followed by a failed chang'ao. This follow-up kick by Xiaoren is easily fended off with a pantui by Kunge. Kunge doesn't want Xiaoren's head on the outside of his arm, so he goes for the same belt grip. Now what's amazing is that he doesn't need the underarm advantage for the next trip, which looks like a called leg pick into a bridge. Kunge will seal Xiaoren's left hand, and his back is blocking it, but he smacks Xiaoren's right hand into the P. And that's it for the upper body movement. For the lower body, he does a drag step. Then he twists both feet to launch Xiaoren partially on his back. Soon we'll see Kunge relentlessly pulling with his left hand, his right hand in a high elbow chambered Shoubie position to dump Xiaoren whenever he wants. Kunge initially has a dali as a grip, but decides to grab underneath Xiaoren's arm to acquire leverage for the liao goal. Xiaoren tries to huotui. Kunge doesn't want to give up his pianmen grip and simply pivots his hip to free the right leg. Xiaoren explodes into the single, but Kunge's reaction is fast. He immediately frames his shin again. Very relaxed, putting all his weight on Xiaoren. His left hand blocks Xiaoren from pivoting to the inside, which would allow him to finish the single. Kunge waits to allow Xiaoren to experiment and think his way out of this disadvantaged position. Because with Kunge's weight on top of him, as soon as he pivots to the left, he can just do a huotui anytime. Kunge sort of just lets his body's constant gravity to naturally flatten his opponent due to Xiaoren's own mistakes in experimenting. Kunge tells Xiaoren to always grab firmly as he rips Xiaoren's left hand off. He has his right hand on Xiaoren's ribs. It is his favorite position to ding or push an opponent to cancel upcoming attacks. However, here he's gifting Xiaoren constant forward energy in order for Xiaoren to successfully do a P. But the P is not going to happen again. Here we will see Kunge really utilizing his long legs to kick or hook from all angles. Above the deceptively gentle sweep is a hard yank on the back belt. What's fascinating here is how Kunge excels sharply even during the grip fighting process right before the actual qianbie. The feet are very textbook, but because Kunge's arms are so long, he doesn't need to worry about proper elbow placement. Here's that wiggle feint again. The wiggle is meant to coil the body for an explosive pivot, which functions as a feint here because Xiaoren is expecting either a hard left or a right turn. Instead, Kungo sprawls his feet back in a split stance and barrels forward using a Beibu backstep to continuously lean on Xiaoyun's right and to enable him to remain crouching on both feet on top of him for the full score.